What's up, YouTube? Today we're back with another video about my first successful flip. Last video we talked about the flip that I did where I lost money but technically barely came out on top. This one's going to be specifically only about the one that I made just under $20,000 in less than 2 months. Let's go back to the beginning. I had just about sold my last flip that I barely made money on. We were probably a week out from closing. I was looking in the market daily trying to find the next deal. I like looking in the market because I get a commission because I'm an agent. So why not get a commission then buy it from a wholesaler? So I found this deal. It was for $225,000. It was a probate deal, which means that the owner was dead and it was going through the court process to get sold by a judge. The agent was really nice, really chill. It just came back on the market. Somebody tried to buy it, but failed and could not close on the deal. I called her, got to know her, built some rapport, and she really liked me. I told her my situation. I'm a younger guy, looking to flip houses, thought this was a great deal. And she told me directly exactly what number I needed to do to beat the other offer that was way too low. I offered, I think, $1,000 more than what she wanted or what the other guy wanted, and I got the deal. For some more context, this house was pretty simple and standard. It just needed paint, flooring, the very run-of-the-mill cosmetic stuff. It's also a newer build, so it's a 2003 home. And because of that, I didn't really expect there to be anything crazy, just like the other house. And the guy had kept pretty good care of it for the past 10 or so years before he passed. To me, it was like, this is an easy bread and butter deal. I knew that the renovations would cost roughly around $30,000. I had some pretty good estimates using numbers from the last flip that I just did, and we got started. So 3 weeks later, I officially owned the home. I bought it for $195,000. I was looking to spend around $30,000 to renovate, so $225-ish total, and sell for around $280, $270-ish. That was my numbers looking forward, with around a $30,000-ish profit. Now we're started. I actually got one of my friends that I've known for a long time. He was 19 or 20 at the time, and I got him to paint the entire house for me in exchange for a car. So I saved a little bit of money on painting, and of course I got him a vehicle because he's no professional. While I was doing that, we got all the other things done. It took only 3.5 weeks. Very easy, very simple. We had a few small hiccups, very minor things like a light fixture that wasn't working. The floor was a little bit uneven in some areas. There was very, very, very slight foundation movement, but nothing very noticeable. So we just put some concrete over it, called it a day, and we're good to go. Now I list it. Initially, I wanted to list it for $280,000. At this point, I realized that that was too high. There was a house that was 3 doors down that had a lower price. It's a little bit smaller than my house, but they had to lower the price because it just wasn't selling. So I had to adjust my numbers, and I listed it for $279,000, which after closing, I would have made around $26,000. On top of this, when I looked at the house initially, when it was for sale, before I bought it and started flipping it, the agent listed it as a 3-bed, 2.5 bath. It's around 1,500, I think 1,450 square feet. Not very small, not very big. But after I bought it, I realized it's actually a 4-bed, 2.5 bath house, which increases the value immediately. I kept it pretty nice, and I listed it at a price that I thought was pretty competitive, and I wanted it to sell quickly because for me, I feel like selling the house in really fast for a slightly lower price than the highest possible potential money I could have made is more worth the time, because I can reuse that capital again, get into the next flip, and I'm not paying more money in interest. Like, let's say if I made an extra $5,000, but it took me another month to sell, I would have only made really like another $2,000 after interest and taxes and payments and whatever for basically a month of time that I couldn't do anything with any of that money. So I opted to do $279 when really I probably could have listed it for $290 and maybe have, really fought somebody to get it for a $25,000 profit. So $279, 6 days goes by. I get one offer. This offer was for list price, $269. But the issue was they wanted $10,000, I think it was, concession. That basically means that they wanted paid back $10,000 at closing. It was a nice family out in Texas that was having their son graduate college, and they wanted to help him buy a house. They were qualified, and honestly, the agent wasn't that cool. I didn't really like her that much. She just didn't seem very respectful. So I actually got another offer, a person very interested to send an offer later that day, same day, and he was like, hey, I have a buyer who really likes the house. She loves it. She wants to buy it. And we've seen like 100 houses. This is the one that she likes the most. What do we need to do to buy it? Just like how me earlier with that agent. And I told her straight up, I said, hey, I have this person that's offering list price with a $10,000 concession. If you can give me anything less, I will probably go with you because you've been much better than the other person in terms of language and how you want to talk to me. So they came back with $269 with an $8,000 concession, effectively saving me $2,000. Looking back, this was a mistake. What I should have done is just say, give me the best you got, and I'll let you know if you have it or not. By me telling them exactly what they needed to do to get it, I effectively capped my earnings. Now, I still made a lot of money, so I'm not upset, but this is something I realized within like 48 hours after I did that, and I will never do it again because I'm here to make money, and I obviously helped them out. Good karma, of course, but I didn't maximize my possible return on an investment. So we go under contract. They found a few miscellaneous small issues. I think the garage door didn't lock perfectly. One part of the roof had like a shingle that was ripped in half, and I think it was just very, very small things. I actually don't even remember at this point because they were so minimal. I probably spent $600 to get those things repaired. Very little money. After that, the financing goes through. We close on the home, and I end up making just under $19,000. I believe it was $18,850 exactly. Don't remember exactly, but it was just under 20. Compared to the last house that I just did, this house required significantly less work for me. I was there for less than half the time, and it also took, I'd say, 30% faster. I really just managed it more so than do anything else. And also cost less money to do. Really it's around a little bit more expensive purchase price, but it was a much cheaper rehab. So I learned that there are deals that are really, really good and that are worth doing, that are for great prices, or you can make good money. This house also was just so simple and in a really nice area, and it sold so quickly. We closed within, I think, a month, less than a month after we went under contract, and I got my money back and got everything back, and I was good to go. And now we're buying more. I realized that I shouldn't choose to do deals where they require a ton of rehab, just like the one before, unless that there's a clear, huge payout that I'm gonna give at the end. Whether it's 50, I think 50 plus thousand is where I should be if I'm gonna do a crazy rehab with multiple large mechanical items. This was a case where there wasn't anything large per se. It was just a bunch of small things and typical cosmetic. But I'm more open now to doing one large thing, everything cosmetic, making 20, 50, even 15,000. That's great money. Like, obviously, there's flippers making more, but I'm doing this alone at my age. I'm happy making $15,000. I have nothing delegated. I'm doing it all myself. I'm really able to take on deals that a lot of other flippers could not take because they're paying overhead, they're paying a GC, they're paying, multiple VAs that they just couldn't do. And it's not deep enough, so to speak. But for me, I can take it. And of course, I understand that I will not be doing $15,000 deals my entire life. Always go bigger, always do more. But for now, this is by far the best way, fastest way I can make cash immediately my age. My job, I get paid decently, but I can't save that much money that quickly. For a year I could maybe save $25,000, which is great, but I can make that literally in one flip. Incredible. Thank you guys for watching. I don't have another flip to talk about, honestly, after this one. So, because I'm about to buy one tomorrow, actually. So I guess I can maybe do a video of me in the house. I would love for you guys to tell me what you guys want to see. Whether you guys maybe want me to do a full deep dive, exactly how all the numbers work, who I call, what I do, or if you want me to be inside of a home and show you guys how it looks like inside, what is getting done, the construction, the hard money. Just tell me what you want to see. I'll make it happen. But we're doing incredible. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe, call me, go on LinkedIn, schedule. I don't care. Just talk to me. And I'll be sure to talk to you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.